Hello, my loves. Today I want to talk to you about being disabled. And this is one of my favorite topics because I was born very disabled. And I want to explain that to you because many of you are disabled mentally, physically, and I want you to know how special that is. So, here's the story. There are 3 reasons for why I might be so disabled. And actually, I guess I think that it's probably a combination of the 3 of these ideas, and probably even more that I haven't even thought of yet. So the first one is that I was born very prematurely. And so my heart and my lungs and my digestive system and even my nervous system weren't fully developed yet. So I had to be in an incubator for several months. And because of that, I couldn't be touched, I couldn't be held, and I learned how to be all by myself, just with my soul, so to speak. And then the second reason for my disability is that my mother, without even knowing it, of course, was swimming in what turned out to be the cooling waters of the first nuclear bomb plants in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And this was the place where they made the bombs that went to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And she swimming in that water the whole time she was pregnant with me. And so I was born with radiation poisoning. And that meant a lot of things, so many things. But for me particularly, it was mostly about my nerve to muscle connection. For example, when I was in the incubator and I wanted to turn my head to see which nurse had just walked into the room, my brain would send a message that says, turn your head. And then the brain would send that message to the nerve endings. But the nerve endings were so electrocuted, so burnt, that they usually could not send the message on to the muscle. And so while my head was knowing, my brain was knowing that I wanted to turn, my muscles weren't getting the message at all. And so I would just lay there still. And after I got out of the incubator, for example, I still couldn't crawl. And I walked for 1 day. That burnt out the use of the message to the muscles. And so then I collapsed and couldn't walk again for 2 years. I was on oxygen most of my life, sometimes even a ventilator, because my lungs were not getting the message to pump. So I was mostly just with my own soul, just by myself. And then the third reason is wonderfully complex, and you may have never even heard of Kundalini, but it just means mega God. It means mega love. And my husband believes that I was born with so much love, so much electricity, because love moves through electrical impulses. And he explains it that, say most humans operate with, let's say, 120 units of energy. But I had so much energy running through me, so much electricity, that he says I was running my nervous system at 3,000 units of energy. And I just burnt myself out. Please don't feel sorry. At some point, maybe tomorrow, I'll explain to you why this is the greatest blessing in the world. But the thing I want you to know now, if you don't get anything else out of this recording, know that being disabled is never because God is angry at you. It's never a punishment. It's never like an old karma that you need to complete. In fact, I believe that many of us choose, hear that word? We choose to be born disabled because we want to learn so much in one short lifetime. And so we choose more challenge, and we pack one lesson on top of another so that by the end of our lifetime, we have learned so much, our souls have evolved so much, we've grown so much. So for now, I'll just say that I am so glad that I chose this lifetime in this form. And tomorrow I'll tell you why that's such a blessing. In the meantime, have fun thinking about, did you choose to get born with certain physical or mental or emotional challenges? Because it's never an accident and it's never a punishment. Never, ever. Thank you. Blessings to you, my dear one.